Good morning, everybody. I think we're sort of 4 o'clock-ish this morning. Something like that. I haven't done an insomnia in a long while. Not that I've not been awake. I just haven't been in the right frame of mind to be doing any stitching in the middle of the night. So, this morning, I'm here stitching some Japanese folded patchwork. A lot of you already know that I have templates that I designed to make this a whole lot easier when you're marking your fabrics and sorting yourselves out and getting it all accurate. But I've got some new ones, and they're great big ones, look. Yeah. Here's one I prepared earlier. Some of you may have noticed also that I had new fabric in this week, some new cat fabrics, which are rather gorgeous. So I was requested for some big ones, as in some big templates. So this is a 9-inch finish, which actually makes a fabulous, I need to press them and sort them yet, I'm just in the middle of stitching, table mats, things like that. I'm going to do a little runner, just as a sample, and we're going to have that one there, like that. And then another one next to it. That's what I'm doing. Getting them ready for Sunday's live. 3 Amigos live on Sunday. I'll be on at 10 o'clock. Got a few new fabrics which are quite scrummy. I've done a new, a new version of the Highland cow that I do, which I call, the original one's called Hercules, but I've run out of the fabrics for that one. Yeah, it used to be Tilda fabrics that I used, but now it's all sorts of lovely floral fabrics, ditzy fabrics, and they are Macawa and Dover and Lucinarin all mixed together. And I've named it the new one Miranda. Oh, yeah, there's Gingy, not Tom. He's Gingy. Yeah, he's Gingy. After he's had a little bit of something to eat, because he's been plaguing me. He always has a bit of a yowl. He's quite senior now. I think he's looking, I don't know if he's looking for people or what. What I'm doing at the minute, okay, right, so you've got a square and you fold it, a circle around it, and it's getting the sizings and your accuracy, which is what the template helps you with. You've got it's a semicircle, so you fold your fabric twice. Or you fold your fabric in half, I should say, and put the straight edge on the fold and make your circle, and then you do your square. It's getting those sizes right. So once you've done that, you tack yourself around the circle, make a nice edge like it is here. And then fold the one around the other. It's not rocket science, but you need to get it accurate. If you don't get it accurate, it doesn't stitch together with your next one. You could do this by machine, this bit, but I like to do it by hand. It's one of those little jobs that it's a bit peace and quiet. So, as I'm doing, I'm going right the way through. Can you see? You've got your quilting line around that one, which keeps it all nicely together. This one, these are really thick because I've used a new Viline or Visline or however you pronounce them, I never know. Thermolan type wadding. It's really quite thick, but it's heat resistant And it's so soft and gorgeous. Look. Does she? Let me get it and show you. If you can see how thick that is. It's lovely. Personally, I wouldn't want to put it in a quilt, that's for sure. I'll be that bloody hot. Wouldn't do me any good at all. But for things like this, it's gorgeous. So, as you can see, I've got a whole heap here going on. I've got 4 new sizes. So I go by what size finish these are. Okay. So I've already got 3, 4, 5 inch, 2.5. Because the 2.5 then mixes into the 5 inch, and you can get a different nice sort of pattern going on, because you can put little ones to big ones, yeah? So now I've got 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 new ones, different sizes. The 9 is a huge template. So this is the 9 finished. Yeah, I'm just sat here thinking, well, actually you could get the 3 inch ones and have, I might have to do that. Lots of 3 inch ones around it. What a gorgeous table mat that would make. Ooh, I need to play. I might, actually, you could do it with the 8 inch and 4 inch. Because then you'd get 2 4s. There's lots of connotations to this. So, so what I'm doing now is just stitching all the way down. So I do it like an applique, like you would anything else. Down and into the fold. I'm making sure I'm going straight down sort of thing to pick up, because it's so thick, to make sure that I'm going through to the other side. Oh, lovely. I can hear the fish pond outside burbling away. It's nice. I'm going to take that off of there. So I get to the point where these are touching, and then I whizzle my way all the way to the end. Like that. And then I do a little bit of ladder stitch from the end back to where I finished. That pulls the corner together. A little bit one side, a little bit the other side, in the fold. And that will pull it together. I'm going to try and get a couple of these done for Sunday's live so that you can all see properly. There's also a YouTube video I did several years old, but it still does the trick, of how to use the templates. And they're only available from me. I also do Japanese folded stars, so you get like a hexagon wrapped round. And you get a lovely hexagon finish, and then you just carry on joining them all together until you've got a lovely mat or whatever it is you want to be making, quilt, whatever. Oh, Gingy's still whinging outside there. Well, I say outside, he's in the kitchen. He's just had his midnight feast at 4 o'clock. Or it could be his first breakfast. He'll have several more yet. There we go. Can you see how that's bringing that together there? Stops your corners doing horrible things. I'll be demoing this at Exeter in September, I think it is. Doing 2 things at that show at Exeter. It's the ICHF show. I can never remember what they call it. But I'll be demoing this on stand, so you can do a sit and make and take, I think they call it. So you do a little one with me. take him home, and then I'm doing an hour and a half class with sewing machines, and we're doing reverse applique. For those of you that have never done my version of reverse applique, there's hundreds of versions. There's machine reverse applique. Oh, look at him. Anyone would think he's all upset or something, but he's all right. He's had his breakfast. There we go. Can you see that? Brought that corner together quite nicely. And then take off and get rid of the pin. Take off quilting down the side again, so right the way down and out of the fold, as you would any other applique. Is he coming in here? He sounds so forlorn, but he's all right, honestly. He does it every time he's eaten or used his tray. So he's announcing to the world. Bless him. He's been asleep on me all evening. Too hot to go to bed. I've been in the recliner with the back door wide open beside me so that I can keep cool. Here we go. So what's been going on? Oh yes, last weekend I was at Lamport Hall in Northampton. Fabulous to meet a whole load of new people. Quilters, thank you. Lovely to meet you all. Thank you for your support. I'm just getting rid of that tail. It's a lovely show. If anyone's in that area and you've not been to Lamport Hall, it is so worth a visit. It's a fabulous house. And we frequent the backyard, which is a stable block with a great big courtyard. Absolutely gorgeous. If anyone's watched, I believe it's called The Crown. I haven't watched it. The stables in there, that's the stables we were in that they filmed in. They're glorious, really lovely. So I had a stable, one of the big stables, and you sat up in there, and it's like having your own little shop. It's great. And this year I put a washing line around. I'm going to remove that pin in the middle because I keep catching my finger. So yeah, I put a washing line up all the way around the stable, which meant I could hang all sorts of little quilts. I only could put up a couple of big ones because of the weight. But yeah, it was a lovely display. We had a lovely time. Lots of kits and stuff, fabrics. Because, of course, all the Christmas fabrics are here, or at least most of them. I think I might still have a few more to come. Mostly Macawa this year. Again, I like their Christmas. I think it's the colour tone of the fabric that I like the best. Very sort of nicely greens and reds and things. It's a nice tone without being in your face. And I do like my Christmas fabrics to be sort of more traditional looking. I'm not into modern children-y type stuff, for want of a better expression. A lot of the fabrics you could use all year in different quilts and you wouldn't know. Got a lovely set in, actually. I can show you one of them. More Highland Coos. Christmas Highland Coos. Let me just put that there a minute. Because I got it in the centre of one of these, look. In fact, this demonstrates it perfectly. If I can get it done for Sunday, I will. Look, Highland Coo fabric. Christmas fabric. Oh, that's fab. I like It's another piece up with the pale one in the centre. So I'm going to do 4 of these. I'm going to do a mat. But look, I'm surrounding it by the Christmas tree. That's a little silver Celtic Christmas tree. I love it. Christmas. I'm going to say the coups aren't subtle, but the actual fabrics that go with it, supporting fabrics, are lovely. And then what else have we got going on here? Oh, yeah. This one, which it's bands of different colours. So there's a blue band and purple and going into pink. So that's going to go in the centre of some black. That should look good. So these are all the different sizes that they'll come out. And then this one's something slightly different. So we've got all the centre fabrics, which are really very pretty. But I've joined your circles so that you're going to get something different going on when it comes up. And I've not joined them all even. They're all over the place just so that we get something a bit different going on. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that one comes out like. It'll be quite tasteful, that in the middle of that one. Liking that. So yeah. So look, here we go. Put that with that. Get them all in the right order. So as I say, I've used this thick stuff from I want to say Violin Vislina. It's all pronounced wrong. Oh, it's a little one. But that goes with that. Put that back there. Keep myself in some sort of order. So I'm trying to get these done as soon as I can to show everybody. The templates aren't on the website yet. I need to do that. That'll happen today or tomorrow when I've got some photos of this that I can put on to show everybody. We like a few samples. So that goes up to the end of that one. Catch just the very end. Pull that through. And a little bit of ladder stitch backwards. Oh, hello, there's some people there. That's nice. Good morning, everybody. I haven't done the Insomni for a while. Just stitching up some Japanese folded patchwork. I've got some new templates. The actual design isn't new, but I've got 4 new sizes as made for me by Andy, Crafty UK. Which is lovely. They were at Lamport Hall as well last week. We had a lovely time. So, where am I next? Yes, I think the next one is Brighton show. Excuse me. 2-day show, Brighton at Racecourse. That would be nice to see everybody up there. Don't get that way very often. Distinct lack of venues. Don't forget, if you want me to come to your group or something, I can come and do classes or talks. Bring me a pop-up shop for you, which is always good fun. We love a private pop-up shop. I only say that because I don't get that way that often. But if you want, I can sometimes put it in with going to a show, if that makes sense. Keeps expenses down for everybody. So you can see I've just done ladder stitch there and pulled that all back together for the corner. I'll take this tacking out after. Right, and so then we're off again. There we go. Get rid of that pin. Don't need that pin. Straight down and back up. So in effect, I don't know if you can see, it gives you your quilting. So you'll quilt as you go. And then you've got a finished unit, which this size could be used quite easily as a table mat type thing or a centerpiece. Join it together with others. And it works quite nicely. Pussycat runner, what a surprise. Like me pussycats. I miss the Tom, I have to say. Right, so what's the time? 20 past, so I'm going to finish this off. This thread. Do a little bit more, and then I'm going to leave you all to it for the day. How I finish off, look, a couple of little overs in the same spot that people aren't going to see. Back under, through all the wadding as far away from me as possible, and then pull it through. Right, put the needle away while you're thinking of it so you don't lose it. Otherwise I'll be in trouble with pins and needles all over the floor. Get rid of the thread. In there. Oh no, actually that was the other one. That was the, there we go. Once I've worked this out, give them a quick press and then joined them, you'll come up all nicely square. It'll be good. I've got another needle that I threaded up earlier. Yep, I've got a knot in that. So it's Friday morning, isn't it? And I think kids are all off school now. So I should imagine there's a lot of busy people out here. Listen, if at all you're listening or you get chance, because you'll be busy. Take the pin out. Yes, I should imagine there's lots of babysitting duties going. Oh, yesterday, saying babysitting, so it's nothing to do with it really, but I was sat having a cup of tea, well, a cup of coffee first thing, and then I could hear all this scratching at the back of our boiler, and I'm like, what the hell? And we got a flue from the pellet boiler. Flue goes right the way up through. I've got a knot in here I'm just sorting out. It's like there's an animal in there. There's something in there. I bet that's a bird come down the flue. So then we had to shout the heating engineer because I can't get in there. Paul was at work. So whatever this poor thing was sat there most of the day, just periodically making a bit of scratchy noise. So unfortunately, the engineer couldn't get to us until this morning coming. But Paul pulled the flue and everything apart when he got home last night. And he couldn't find anything. So we'll just leave it all for a minute and let it. It's going to be scared stiff, the amount of noise you've made. Gave it 10 minutes and out flew a sparrow. He was very black. Poor thing, covered in soot. And then I had to get him out the back door and rebuild the flue. That was quite interesting. So Paul's going to go up and put some mesh around, or chicken wire or whatever, around the very top of the flue so it can't happen again. Never had it happen in 10 years, but first time for everything. Poor little thing must have been so scared. So scared. But anyway, he's out now. So that was quite traumatic yesterday. I can't cope with things like that. I can't cope with the thought of little animals not happy. So, oh, pin. Caught it round the pin. So, I'm not going to get much of this I'm not going to get this finished whilst talking to you, because I think that's probably quite boring for you all. So when it comes to joining, it can look really nice if you put a fancy stitch down the centre. If you've got different colour circles, they work really well as well. I don't know if you can see that lovely rainbowy colour going on. That's another new fabric. These are from Timeless Treasures. Not cheap, but lovely. Oh, yawning. And so, yeah, I shall join down the middle. You could do it on the machine if you wanted. Or you could make an embroidered purpose join on one sort, or ladder stitch it, or over sew it like you would a hexagon, so right sides together and stitch around. Lots of ways. Because this is so thick, actually it might look really good with machine stitch. There's one on mine. I'm fortunate to have one of the bigger machines with loads of stitches, where it does one side, one this side. I want to say it's like a blanket stitch, but it goes both ways. But down the centre, that could look really nice. I'd probably use a white thread to make it sort of disappear. I don't want to add any more colour to it. There's already going on. I'm sat here stitching this down as you've been looking. The other way of doing it, I like the stitches hidden. That's me. But you could just do a running stitch all the way around here, and that would look fabulous. So you don't have to be doing difficult, like if you don't fancy doing it like I do. That's too much hassle for you. Looks lovely with just quilting lines. And it is quilting because you're going through 3 layers. You've got your top, which is even folded in. And then you've got your wadding, and you've got the backing, which, alright, it's the same fabric, but it's still a layer of fabric. So, there's your 3 layers at least. Definition of quilting is 3 layers held together by stitch. It doesn't say what stitch or what 3 fabrics, just 3 fabrics. I can remember it when I was doing my City and Guild, 30 years ago. That's just scary. I made a quilt using just a little miniature sample. I got a what do we call it? Polly pocket. You know, the A4 that you put your bits of paper in your file. So I got one of them, and I put wadding in the middle of it, and I quilted it. It was 3 layers held together by stitch. It was quite effective, actually. Stuck it through the sewing machine. In fact, actually, you could redo that, couldn't you? But you'd have to have the appropriate usage for it. It was one of those experiments. I've got too much thread on here is basically what's going on with this annoyance at the minute. I shouldn't have made it so long. It's my own fault. My pet hate that I tell everybody in class, and I've gone and done it without realising, because I wasn't overly thinking. I might just take a lump off here in a minute. Right, so the ladder stitch bit's nearly done. This is great for travelling instead of hexagons, if you like a bit of hand stitching. And your template, you can, if you take it with you, you can do things on the go. Mark your circles, mark your squares, keep yourself accurate. You get a little ruler as well with them. Japanese folded template. Japanese folded. It looks like cathedral windows when it's done, but it's their version, Japanese version, which is actually good fun to do. Right, okay, so you've probably had enough of me whinging your ear on. Do-de-do. So it's going to be something like that. I think that's going to look fab after. That'll go on the table. Like it. Right, okay, I'm going to say ta-ra to everybody. Have a lovely day, everyone. Be good. See ya.